Alrighty then, we're going to carry on with shoot for virtual bet. 16 now. Let's go to 16. Yeah, we are in 16. It's all set up. The last one I looked at was 15. And let's take a look at the tracking sheet. At the beginning of 16, 1, 1, and the next bet is 2. Highest plateau is 43. Juice is 281. So let's get right into it. Start to play. Should be on 2 times speed. No sound. And here we go. Yeah, when I had my head down in the bottom there, it wouldn't let me skip the ads. So our first bet, 2 units on the bank. All the same as last one we first start. Player wins. We're going to lose those 2 units. Mark them down. -2. So your tracking sheet should look like 1, 1, 2. We bet the chop here. 1 unit. 1 unit loses. Okay. 1, 1, 2, 1. We bet the player here. Now we start the run because we bet whatever might be the longest run. If that wins, circle it. No juice, remember. We bet 2 units on the player now. 2 units on the player. And 2, 3. Oh, it squeaked it out. Knock off the 2 units. We're left with 2 1 units. 1 and 1. Keep those ones on there. 2 unit bet here, and it did. Okay, clear your slate. That's down to nothing. And your juice, what was that at? 2, 3. What was the juice at, guys? Okay, we lose there. 1 on our tracking sheet. Let's take a look at what the juice was. It was 266 and 15, 76, 281. Okay, I gotta mark that out. My shoe looks really convoluted. And our highest plateau is 43. We have 1 on our tracking sheet. We bet the bank here. Continue betting the bank. 1 unit, 6. We lose there. Okay, so your tracking sheet looks like a -1 and a -1. We go to the chop. 1 unit on the bank. And that loses. Okay, you got -1, -1, -1 on your tracking sheet. And yeah, we're going to get into some real shit things, but then we're going to get into some good ones. Usually, I don't know what's going on with this shoe. I haven't looked. I don't look anymore. Don't want to know. Because that defeats the purpose now, doesn't it? You say, oh yeah, I would have won here, would have won there. Well, would you have? Are you going to make those bets? That remains to be seen, right? So, yeah. When it goes to bank, we'll bet the bank. Or if it goes 1 more player, we'll start betting the player. And our tracking sheet looks like 3 -1, -1, -1. All right, we'll bet the player here. The chop's been established. Bet the player here 1 unit. And continue on with this chop. If it wins, yep, 1 unit. 2 units on the chop, 2 units on the bank. If that wins, we will mark it up. Mark up the juice too. Yep, 2 units on the juice. Your tracking sheet should be clear now. 2 units on the juice. Tracking sheet clear. 1 unit on the player. That wins. Highest plateau goes to 44 now. 44. Nice. 1 unit on the bank. Can I get there? Yep. 1 more unit on the juice. 45 is our highest plateau now, guys. 45. 1 unit on the player. 1 unit on the player loses. So we've got a 1 on our tracking sheet. Right? Wait for it to come back to player. Bet the chop. These patterns, they come and go and they mean absolutely nothing. It's still a 50-50 game no matter what, right? Look, I'm back on my slow computer. My internet sucks. It's the only device on there too. Oh well. Wah. All right. Speed is gone. 1 unit on the bank, guys. 1 unit on the bank. Nope, that loses. So it should be showing a 1 and a 1. On your tracking sheet, -1, -1. Oh. Goes back to bank. 1 unit on the bank. 1 unit on the bank. That loses. All right, should be showing -1, -1, -1. 1 unit on the bank. That wins. Mark it up. Juice, one more juice. 2 units on the player here. 2 units on the player. Sometimes these shoes just come in such streaks. Loser there, minus 2 units. There'll be a lot of streaks in this. When it goes back to player, we bet the player. Bet the player here, guys. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. 1 unit on the player. Nope, chops the bank. Bet the chop now. So your tracking sheet should be showing 1 1 2 1. 1 unit on the player. That wins, no juice. 2 units on the bank. 2 units on the bank. Wow, 9 over 8. We win those 2. There's 2 units left. Mark up your juice, guys. And 2 units on the player here. That wins. All right, now we can tackle our highest plateau. It's 45. 1 unit on the bank. Man, when it gets on streaks, it gets on streaks. Mark that up on the juice. Highest plateau is 46 now. 1 unit on the player. 1 unit on the player. Yep, that wins. HP 47. 47 units we're up. 1 unit on the bank again. 3. Nope, we lose there. So our tracking sheet shows a 1. Wait for it to come back to bank, and then we'll bet the player because of that long gap there in column what, 23? Yeah, column 23. We bet the player here. That would be a stopgap there. We win there. Bet the bank, 1 unit. 1 unit on the bank. And you can see how we can get these back on a run, really. Okay, 1 more on the juice. 1 more on the highest plateau is 48 now. 1 unit on the player. You might be saying, why aren't you playing this every day? Well, I am. I actually am now that I'm retired. I play this in the brick and mortars. Still looking for a sponsor. Not too interested. Trying to get the live stream going still. And I might have done some by now. These are all recorded. These are all in the bank, as we say. In the industry. Yeah, right. Like I'm in the industry. So, wait for go to 2 more banks and then get in on the bank, or goes to player, we bet the chop. And it went to player, we bet the chop. 1 unit on the bank. Nope. Okay, that's 2 in a row. We switch to the solids. When it comes back to bank, we'll bet the bank. Right. When it comes back to bank, bet the bank. Here we go. And your tracking sheet should be showing a 1 and a 1. Your highest plateau is 48 units. We're up now. Less 299 at juice. So that's almost 15 units divided by 20. Every 20 units went on the bank, you got to pay 1 unit juice. Okay, speaking of 1 unit. Bet in the bank, 1 unit. That wins. Knock that off your tracking sheet. Add 1 to your juice. We should have 290 now of juice. Juice is 290. 290. Yep. And we bet 1 on the player. That wins. Knock that off our tracking sheet. Still at highest plateau is 48. Wow. Isn't that something? See how we can lose and we can win, right? We got taken down so bad at the beginning. A lot of people probably said, this doesn't work. You just got to keep on keeping on. Keep on saying that, huh? Nice. Banker wins there. 1 unit on the juice. And our highest plateau is 49 now. Right? 1 unit on the player here. When it goes back, no juice. And the player did get denied there. This will be a player bet as well. So we got 1 on the tracking sheet because there is no single gap in there. 1 on the player and it wins. Get out that tracking sheet. 1 on the bank, 1 unit on the bank. If that wins, then we up our highest plateau, it loses 1 unit on your tracking sheet. And yeah, we can whip through some shoes pretty fast now. Thing is, just be accurate, be honest with yourself. And when you're playing stadium gaming, you can play two at a time. I'm going to try and show you guys that if they'll let me live stream. Today I'm going to ask the pit boss. None of this asking the supervisor bullshit. They don't. At the Gold Coast, they have no idea. I'll ask the shift boss actually today. All right, one on the bank, and we got one on the tracking sheet, right? If it chops, then we'll give it to the chop. 2 more tries. But if it runs, then we go back to the run. And it did run. We win. One more on the juice, though. Wait for it to come back to player. Wait for it to come back to player. 1 unit on the player. Why does this work? Because these patterns, they often repeat. The patterns often repeat. Never mind the ties. We lose there. 1 on your tracking sheet. And 1 on the player here. Not looking good. 2 on your tracking sheet. And it comes down to player. 1 on your player. Nope. 3 on your tracking sheet. And that's a double, so we bet the bank here because of that gap, the run gap, and 60. So we lose there. Should be showing 4 negatives. Bet the bank here, guys. Bet the bank here. Nope. 5 negatives. 5. And this stuff happens all the time. You're going to lose like 5, 6, 10 in a row, and you're going to be like, geez, James, this does not work. Well, keep plugging away is all I got to say. You lose your shirt, it's bound to happen. And you know, small consolation. Okay, 1 unit on the bank. 1 unit on the bank. Oh, excuse me. 1 unit on the player. That was a wrong bet. If you look back, okay, so we win 1 there. I'm not trying to fudge anything. We win 1 there. 1 unit, 2 units on the bank. We lose. So it should show 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. All right. And we're betting the chop here for 2 times. What am I saying? What am I saying? Yeah, we're betting the chop for 2. I don't know what I was thinking. Chop here, 2 units. No, we lost that last one, right? 1, 1, lose 2. Yeah. 1 unit here, we lose there. So it should be showing 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. All right, and then we're going to the solids. We're going to the run. 1 unit on the run here. Yeah, we're starting to lose it back to shoe. That wins. Okay, when it goes back to bank, we'll bet 2 units on the bank, unless it runs past 4 players. It's got to run to 5, 6 players before we get back in. Next bet. Your tracking sheet should look like 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. 4 1s and a 2. And I will show it at the end. Four 1s and a 2. Not a bad shoe. Our highest plateau is up to 49 now. All right. This will be a 2 unit bet. Whew. Ran into a brick wall, tired wall. That's what happens when you retire. Just run into a brick wall. That's a tie. 2 units again on the bank. Two units again on the bank. That wins. Circle it. Juice it up. Juice it up. 2 more units. 294. Bet 3 units now when it comes back to player. 3 units. Come to get our money back, Jack. Not this time. Not this time. Okay, 3 units on the player. 3 units on the player. Nope, not looking good. 11113. 11113. That'd be a bank bet. 2 units wins. Knock that off your sheet. And juice it up. 1, 2. Okay, 3 units on the player here. Oh, that's it. Your sheet should look like 113. Okay? Let's go to your sheet, your tracking sheet. Stop that. Our tracking sheet. Yeah. 113. And the next bet is 3. Right? Right. Next bet will be 3 when we come back. And the highest plateau now is 49. Right? And the juice, we had 290 and 5, 295. All right, guys. 295. Almost 15 units. We're up 49 less these 5. We're doing fine. We're doing just fine. All right. I'll see you in episode 17, guys. And have a great day. Baccarat James over it out. Remember, give us a thumbs up, please. We really enjoy that. If you really like the content and have any questions, feel free. Descriptions below. Once again, Baccarat James over it out. Thank you so much for watching.